Yo, what's good, Rennie Gang? It's your Rennie back with another video, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the Spring-Summer 2021 fashion trends. Now, as we always do for every single season, I'm going to break down some of the trends that I've seen for this Spring-Summer 2021 season. Now, let me say though, trends isn't something that you got to necessarily build your entire wardrobe around, but I want to make these videos to kind of inspire you guys and give you some more ideas of what you want to incorporate into your Spring-Summer closet. Now, if you're asking yourself how I end up finding some of these trends, I pretty much just take observation of the Spring-Summer 21 fashion shows during like Fashion Week and stuff like that. So I guess the trends kind of come from the designer, but I want to know what you guys think down in the comments. Do y'all think that trends come from the designer, or do you think it comes from the consumer picking what they want from the designer? And we're gonna go right ahead and hop into the video, but before we do, make sure you guys go down and smash the like button. It's very, very important and crucial to the channel's growth. So if you can do that for your boy, do that. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Lastly, go ahead and follow the boy on Instagram. Y'all know all the Spring-Summer outfits is coming up, so if you like my personal style, that's where you're gonna find all the heat, bro. I'm telling you. Now, to keep the video organized so you guys can follow along easily and know what's up next, I have these topics right here for y'all. Now, I'm gonna break down the differences between this Spring-Summer, prints and colors, design and materials, tops, bottoms, footwear, and accessories. Now, hopping right into the first topic, we have the differences between this Spring-Summer and the previous Spring-Summer. And one of the major differences that I've seen is pretty much gonna be the proportions and fittings of the garments. Now, this is going to be heavily influenced from that 1970s type style, where you're going to see a whole lot of different pant shapes, a bit baggier. You'll see some different type of shorts in there, but for the most part, it's going to be like the proportions of it and also some of the color combinations. So definitely has that like 1970s type of touch to it. And then you have this workwear style that has pretty much been pretty dominant in a lot of collections so far. So you can definitely see a bunch of that type stuff incorporated into some of these outfits for this Spring-Summer. But moving on, we got prints and colors. Now, prints and colors is going to be one of the most structural things when it comes to your outfits, because you can't really do much layering. So your color combinations is really going to be something that makes your outfit stand out. And one that I have seen a lot during this Spring-Summer seasons is a whole lot of pastels and earth tones. Now, these are going to be colors that's super easy to pair with each other, so you can really have like an all earth tone outfit or an all pastel outfit if you really wanted to, but definitely have been seeing that across the boards in a whole bunch of different fashion shows. You also have a spring favorite, which is strong contrasting colors. Now, this is going to be your bright yellows mixed with like your reds and your orange and your blues and stuff like that. I'll kind of put up examples so you guys can really see what I'm talking about, but putting those colors together as a combination is really going to be like one of those things for this Spring-Summer. So of course, along with that, you're going to have your bright yellows, your neon pinks, your neon greens, cherry red, orange. Those are all going to be very consistent colors within this spring. Now, to get into the prints part of it, you're also going to see a lot of mixing prints, and it's going to feel kind of weird because you're going to see two different style prints, but sometimes they mix them together so well that it almost looks like one cohesive outfit. So I definitely think that's going to be a style aspect that people are going to be experimenting with this Spring-Summer, but we're going to go ahead and move on in topics. Now, moving on, we got design and materials. Now, one thing that has stood out specifically in this category that I guess really followed up from the previous Spring-Summer season, but it's gonna be pockets and utility. So you're gonna see a whole lot of cargos, you're gonna see a whole lot of like safari type jackets that really just have big pockets on the front of them. Now, outside of the functionality of pockets really gives like this different type of depth to your outfit. So if you have like a flat t-shirt, it won't look so flat. It will really like give your eyes something to like look at, if that makes sense. So definitely pockets is going to be a huge thing, which kind of ties into that whole workwear thing that I was mentioning earlier. But that's pretty much it for the design and materials. We're going to go ahead and move into the tops. Now, for the tops, you're going to see a little bit of a variety, just simply based off some places have like a chillier type spring, and then some places have a more warm spring. But regardless, you're gonna hit that transition in some point in time. So one of the tops that's more on the summer and heat type side is going to be either these mesh tops or these net tops. Now, I kind of spoke on this in my spring summer wish list video, but these like net type of tops I think are going to be perfect for layering this season. Now, you can obviously wear them by themselves, but I feel like if you just layer it maybe under a shirt or maybe under a lightweight jacket or something, is really going to give a different type of experience and a different type of layering look to your outfit. Now, when it comes to the mesh type shirts, obviously you have your different type of like Jean-Paul Gaultier type pieces. Also, Givenchy has just made a few of them with Matthew Williams. So it's definitely something you can find pretty accessible nowadays just because so many people make it. But we're gonna go ahead and move into the next top, which I've seen a lot, which is bomber jackets. Now, I just tried to like mention, because some of y'all is gonna be like, yo, bomber jackets is gonna be a little bit too hot for the spring summer, right? Right, I feel you, but we've seen it so many times. Now, it doesn't have to be necessarily like the real bomber jackets that you guys are thinking of. Sometimes it can just be like a more lightweight type of collared jacket, if that makes sense. So definitely got those in there. You also have casual suits. Now, I will say a nice clean suit does look very, very well during the spring season. I don't know what it is about it. I definitely need to pick up one of them joints, but you have suits in a couple of different colors. Now you can monotone it out, or you can kind of piece it here and there with a couple of different color combinations. But I definitely think suits has been things that I've seen pretty consistently within these fashion shows. Next up, you have long trench coats. Now, clearly this is gonna be a spring only type of thing, especially within those chillier days. But I feel like these lightweight trench coats can really be something to kind of add to your wardrobe, especially if you could get a nice neutral color that kind of matches everything, like a brown or something like that. But definitely have been seeing a lot of trench coats in the spring summer season. And then lastly, we have something that is more so of a combination. So you do have tops and bottoms when it comes to this set, but I've seen a whole lot of like pajama wear. Now, obviously it isn't like your full piece like footies and stuff like that, but you have these silkier type pajama garments. I've seen a couple of different people make them, like Rude has a couple of them. I've also seen Casablanca have a couple of nice pajama wear pieces, but I think this has really been inspired by us being in the lockdown. So I think that is one thing that a lot of designers try to incorporate into their season, with stuff that you can really just be cozy in and wear at home. Now, moving on into bottoms, everybody kind of knows what's consistent in this type of category, but things that have stood out to me particularly have been these Bermuda shorts. Now, if you don't know what Bermuda shorts is, they're pretty much just like dress shorts. Now, they come in a ton of different shapes and sizes and colors, but I think if you just play with these, especially with that more casual type style, I think this will really fit into a perfect spring summer wardrobe. But if you aren't a shorts type of person, we also have seen a whole lot of wide leg trousers in this up and coming season as well. Now, this has kind of been a trend for quite some time. I've seen a lot more people wearing like these baggier type dress pants, but you also just have a bunch of different like boot cut type stuff. So all kind of plays into that 1970s type vibe that's coming back into this year, but definitely think those are going to be some like on trend type things. Now, for the footwear, you have a couple of different options, and one thing that is kind of funny that I've noticed is that we've really low-key grown out of this whole like chunky dad shoe type thing. Now, we do see a lot of thick soles and chunkier soles, but it's not so much that quote unquote dad shoe that we've been seeing for like the past like couple of seasons in a row, you feel me? So you have those. You also have your derby shoes, which is going to be kind of like a dress shoe type of model or upper with like a different type of sole. So I've seen that pretty consistently when it comes to the footwear of the spring summer season. But you also have things like loafers, which is kind of in that same similar casual footwear type category, but I would prefer the loafers, I think, right now. I don't know. I've just been feeling a loafers type vibe. But moving on, you have your sandals. Now there's a couple of different variations of sandals. You got like your suey coat type chunky sandals. You got your strap type sandals. You can kind of just get crazy with the sandals in any type of way. Now in that same type of category, you also have slippers. Now why I put it in this category is because they all have these like open back type feels to them, but the slippers got that closed toe on it. You feel me? So I've seen a couple of different crazy slippers. One of them is the long hair joints by Marni. Now don't steal my vibe, you feel me? I kind of want to grab those if I can find them in my size. They've been running out my size lately, but I want to grab those. You also have Crocs, which is in that same category, which everybody knows about Crocs, but I think you can actually pull those off in the same type of slippers type way. And then lastly, you got like your closed toe, like suey coats and stuff like that. So you got a couple of different options there. But ending the video off, you got one of the most important pieces of your spring summer outfit, which is going to be your accessories. Now, one of the easiest accessories to kind of throw into a spring outfit is going to be some eyewear. Now, they have a whole lot of different websites and different resources you can get some like standout type eyewear, but you can also keep it simple as well if you don't want to do too much. So definitely pick up you some staple glasses. You have other type of accessories as well, like hats. So you're going to definitely see a bunch of bucket hats. You're going to see some trucker hats in there as well. As a society, we've really like steered away from like those dad hats. So I would say I really haven't seen those much, but definitely bucket hats and trucker hats for sure. And then lastly, you got your bags. So you're going to see a whole bunch of different tote bags. You're going to see a bunch of different shoulder bags. Obviously, there's some brands that are blowing up in that tote bag, shoulder bag type of category. So I'll put some pictures up so you guys can see what I'm talking about exactly. But that is pretty much it for the video. If you guys would like some other links to some other spring summer trend type of either blogs, websites, or videos, I will link them all down in the description. So make sure you check that out. But that is pretty much it for the video. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'll be back to you with more. Peace.
Do it big, but Balenciaga oversized. Need that whip, matte black with suicide. I won't miss. I put on a ton for